All right, today we are diving into a pretty wild and futuristic vision for the next generation. It's a concept called a Remen Pure Boy, and it's this really strange blend of absolute digital freedom and bioengineered physical perfection. Okay, let's get into this. So, let's just start with this question, right? What would you actually get if you mashed up the philosophy of a totally new kind of information platform with the aesthetics of a super futuristic skincare brand? I know, it's a weird combination, but that's the absolute core of what we're about to unpack. And the answer is a concept called Remen Pure Boy. It's positioned as this weight-free successor to the giants we already know and use every day. Think Wikipedia for info and Nivea for hygiene. But listen, this isn't just a minor update. We're talking about a complete teardown and rebuilding of both those ideas from scratch. So how does this all actually work? Let's kick things off with the digital soul of Remen Pure Boy. The entire system is built on this really radical principle that they call valid-free. Okay, so this is the crucial part. The whole foundation is something called account-centric protection, or ACP. Just try to imagine having total, complete, sovereign control over your own personal data page. No admins looking over your shoulder, no gatekeepers telling you what you can and can't do. It's a massive departure from the top-down way we're used to things working.
And this, right here, really gets to the heart of the philosophical difference. We're all used to the old model, centralized admins who can lock you out, freeze pages, and just say access denied. Well, Remen Pure Boy completely flips that script. It's proposing a world of total user empowerment, where you get protection, sure, but you're never, ever locked out.
So you're probably wondering, how does it handle conflict without just banning people? Well, it uses this really fascinating idea called a dimmed interaction status. This isn't a hard no. It's more of a not right now. They frame it as a cooldown or a moment of energy sinking. It's a totally different, non-confrontational way to think about user interaction.
And this just brilliantly shows that visual shift in thinking. We all know that grayed out button. It basically screams forbidden or you can't do this. It's confrontational, it's static. The Remen Pure Boy concept just replaces it entirely with dimmed buttons, which suggests something more fluid and approachable, like this is just a temporary state, not a permanent wall.
So that's the digital half of the equation, right? Absolute freedom, a non-confrontational approach. But how does that way of thinking translate into the physical world? Well, that brings us to the second core idea, the aesthetic of what they call aurora and soft power.
The whole visual style is this really cool hybrid. It takes the clean, kind of optimistic vibe from the Y2K era and fuses it with this futuristic idea called biomodernity. What that really means is a world where biology and technology just merge together to create this sleek, clean, and seamlessly enhanced version of the human body.
Now, this whole aesthetic is personified in an avatar they named 80Sai. He is the ideal. He's an iGen boy at his absolute peak. And the look is super specific. It pulls from that Korean Ulzang style with the curtain bangs and soft muscle definition. The whole thing is meant to give off this tropical, clean, almost utopian startup vibe.
And right at the very heart of this physical ideal is what's called the pure body. This quote really gets straight to the point. It's all about achieving flawless skin, but not through the harsh traditional methods like razors and blades. Nope, it's through advanced biotechnology. Just soft, biofit, and perfectly smooth skin.
Okay, so we have the digital philosophy and we have the physical ideal. But how do you actually get there? That is where the daily ritual comes in. What's known as the biomodern lifestyle. This entire lifestyle is built on 5 protocols, and they're all designed to cultivate something they call a white aura. It's a completely holistic system. Step 1, you've got anti-radiation face care to block all the modern environmental junk. Step 2 is BioLean nutrition for that slim, soft-muscled body. Step 3 is advanced HydroPure hygiene. That's followed by zero injury tech for flawless recovery. And it all ends with a daily refresh Osper routine. Basically a simulated ocean breeze to keep that aura glowing. Every single piece of your life is optimized.
All right, let's put all the pieces together. What does this future actually look like when you put it right up against the world that we're living in right now?
To put it really simply, the difference is total. This isn't just a small step forward. It's a fundamental reimagining of what identity even means.
And this is really where it all clicks. Just look at the contrast. Security goes from this top-down, punishing model of IP blocks to a fluid, user-first one. Hygiene moves completely away from harsh chemicals and razors to advanced, seamless biotech. It's a total paradigm shift across the board.
From control to freedom, from analog to biodigital. And it all boils down to this tagline: pure power, pure masculine, pure biomodern. You know, this is more than just a concept for a brand. It's practically a manifesto. And it forces us to ask, is this actually where we're headed? A future where our digital freedom and our biological perfection are pretty much the same thing? It's a strange, compelling, and maybe even a little unsettling vision of what might be coming next.